Bhagavad Swami Srila Prabhupada. So we can read here from the 13th chapter, page 670. Text 25. Nature, the enjoyer and consciousness. Dhyane natmani pasyanti. Dhyane natmani pasyanti. Kaschiratmanam atmana. Kechiratmanam atmana. Anye sankyena yogena. Anye sankyena yogena. Karma yogena chapare. Karma yogena chapare. Dhyane natmani pasyanti. Kechiratmanam atmana. Anye sankyena yogena. Karma yogena chapare. Dhyane natmani pasyanti. Kechiratmanam atmana. Anye sankyena yogena. Karma yogena chapare. Dhyane atmani pasyanti. Kechiratmanam atmana. Anye sankyena yogena. Karma yogena chapare. Mataji's. Dhyane natmani pasyanti. Kechiratmanam atmana. Anye sankyena yogena. Karma yogena chapare. Dhyane by meditation. Atmani within the self. Pasyanti see. Kechit some. Atmana the Supersoul. Atmana by the mind. Anye others. Sankyena of philosophical discussion. Yogena by the yoga system. Karma yogena by activities without fruitive desire. Cha also. Apare others. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Some perceive the Supersoul within themselves through meditation, others through the cultivation of knowledge, and still others through working without fruitive desire, responsively. Some perceive the Supersoul within themselves through meditation, others through the cultivation of knowledge, and still others through working without fruitive desire. You can read.
The Lord informed Arjuna that the conditioned soul can be divided into two classes as far as man's search for self-realization is concerned. Those who are atheists, agnostics, and skeptics are beyond the sense of spiritual understanding. But there are others who are faithful in their understanding of spiritual life, and they are called introspective devotees, philosophers, and workers who have the fruitive results. Those who always try to establish the doctrine of monism are also counted among the atheists and agnostics. In other words, only the devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are best situated in spiritual understanding, because they understand that beyond this material nature are the spiritual world and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is expanded as the Paramatma, the Supersoul in everyone, the all-pervading Godhead. A Of course, there are those who try to understand supreme absolute truth by cultivation of knowledge, and they can be counted in the class of the faithful. The Sankhya philosophers analyze this material world with 24 elements, and they take the individual soul as a 26th item. When they are able to understand the nature of the individual soul to be transcendental to the material element, they are able to understand also that above the individual soul there is a supreme personality of Godhead. He is the 26th element. Thus, gradually they also come to the standard of devotional service in Krishna consciousness. Those who work without fruitive results are also perfect in their before. They are given a chance to advance the platform of devotional service in Krishna consciousness. Here it is stated that there are some people who are pure in consciousness and who try to find out the Supersoul by meditation. And when they discover Supersoul within themselves, they become transcendently situated. Similarly, there are others who also try to understand the Supreme Soul by cultivation of knowledge. And there are others who cultivate the Hatha Yoga system and who try to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead by shadowic activities.
Chaksus militam jena tasmai shri grave namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manavistam Shapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Upakaramaya Vidati Saparam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, interesting verse about how those who are not theists are not even considered as coming to the spiritual platform, because they can't accept that God is in their heart. They think that they become God, and so they don't have spiritual knowledge. Knowledge means that you understand things as they are. So one who thinks that he's God, he's in ignorance. The living entity can never become God. God is great, and we're small. In Sanskrit, there's two words, Vibhu and Anu. Anu means a small particle of God. Mama Vamsa Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. That we are the fragmented particle of God, very tiny, and God is very great. So what is the question of the small becoming great? We don't see a picture of Krishna undergoing meditation or holding his nose or doing some... No, because he's already God. He doesn't have to become God. So those who are deluding people into thinking you can become God by becoming still or by trying to speculate, this is foolishness. But others are, they can also make advancement. That's the point of this verse. We're not fanatical. Krishna is not a fanatic. He accepts everyone. He's in everyone's heart, so he sees what is the actual intention of the person, and he responds accordingly. As they surrender to him, he reciprocates. So if they can work, like here it's mentioned, without being attached to the fruit, then that will purify them. Otherwise, everyone is so attached to the fruit of their work that they become bound up with that fruit. Therefore, it's advised, Yogya Vai Vishnu, that we work as a sacrifice for Vishnu. Otherwise, work binds us. This is the reality that we find ourselves in. The karma is keeping us subjected. Our own karma is keeping us in the suffering condition without being able to come out. So if we are able to understand that principle, just like Arjuna is being advised, do thou fight for the sake of fighting without considering of victory or defeat. This is the proper attitude. That we have to do something, we should say, this is my duty, whatever it happens to be. I should do it without attachment and leave the result to Krishna. The result is not in your hand anyway. So those who are able to understand this principle, they can also gradually come to understand that God is within them. And then, by good fortune, they may meet the devotees of the Lord who can describe to them or about the personality of Godhead. In other words, God is within, He's also without. It's not enough to just say, God is within. Because that localized feature of the Lord being mentioned here, Paramatma, that's only a feature which is manifest in the material world. If we qualify to go to the spiritual world, then we can see the Lord face to face. So the devotees of the Lord have the power and having, you can say, compassion to guide us in that direction. At the same time, we don't deny the Lord's in our heart. We should confirm our, you can say, progress from within also. Tesham sarati uttama, bhajatam priti purvakam, dadami buddhi. Krishna says, I will give you the intelligence, you can come to me, if you're sincerely devoted. But in order to be sincerely devoted, we have to approach the devotee. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta used to travel throughout India, South India, and different places. So he was famous as a great sadhu, the head of the Gaudiya Math, so many branches, so many followers. So wherever he went, people would come. Oh, so-and-so is here. He wants to meet you. He's a sadhu. So the first question that Bhaktisiddhanta would ask is, oh, what is your position? I'm a Ram Bhakta. Oh, who are you being guided by in your devotion to Ram? He said, no, I'm directly a Ram Bhakta. He would reject that. No. This is the process. You want to go to God, you have to go to somebody who knows God. Somebody who can introduce you to. Just like if you want to meet a big man in this world, president or whatever, then if you know his son, who is very intimate with him, then it's easy to meet him. He can bring you over. If he's friendly with you, he can bring you over. You can meet my dad, sure. And then at dinner or whatever, you can meet him. Because you have intimate relationship with his close relative. So that's the same principle. Now we've turned away from God. We've come to the material world. So if we want to know God in truth, because God is known in three features. Here the Paramatma feature is being mentioned. There's also a Brahman feature, the all-pervading spiritual aspect, and also the Lord in His Bhagavan feature as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So if we want to know Him in truth with perfect knowledge, then we have to come to that point and to render devotional service to Him. Otherwise we won't be fully satisfied. So therefore the association with devotees is the most valuable thing. By their association we can make progress towards the ultimate goal of Bhagavan realization, or knowing the Supreme Personality in truth. Just like Mother Yasoda. She's a simple cowherd girl, lady, but Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is agreed to be her child and to come when she calls and so on, out of love. So this is the highest realization. We all have a rasa. Rasa means a spiritual, loving relationship with God, and that will become developed. And once we become developed in that relationship, then we can see God directly with our spiritual body. So beyond any impersonal conception, beyond any localized Paramatma feature, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we should try to gradually attain to that level. At the same time, anyone who is making progress in that direction, we congratulate them, we encourage them. But we should preach to them also that if you really want to benefit yourself, then you should associate. We mentioned how we had a program the other day, and we were talking about this is Thanksgiving season, so we were asking each other, well, what are you the most thankful for in your life? What is the thing you're most thankful for? And everyone was saying, oh, I'm most thankful for devotee association. My husband, my wife, my children. They're all devotees, and it's so nice to have association of devotees. And this is the most valuable thing. What is that verse? Who knows it? Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha. No scholars here? What is that translation? Even a moment's association. What's the word for moment?
Moment, lava.
Lava. It's even less than a moment, right?
Less than a moment. 13 times less than a moment.
Yeah. 1/13 of a second. So even that kind of association with the devotee, with the pure devotee of the Lord, and it can bring us to perfectional stage. So we should appreciate that, and we should always try to approach those who are more advanced, to associate with them. But that will require some qualification on our side. First of all, we have to be honest about who is more advanced than us and approach in a proper way to get their association. If we are challenging or we think we're better than them, then that devotee, because the devotee is naturally humble, they'll restrict their association. As we give the example of the bug on the lap of the king. The bug may have an intimate association with the king, but he's not sharing in the consciousness of the king because of his position.